Hey collaby people, so first off I want to say Charlie kind of got confused because most of your video was about the lack of electricity, and I thought that it would be inferred that I meant modern technology since I was talking about a computer dying and talking about the recent reliance that we have on those type of things. One thing you did say though is that we'd be more creative without technology, and I don't believe that to be true at all. Most of the things that I do that are deemed creative are involving technology. I like videos, I like creating in that sense, and that wouldn't be possible. And I mean, I know that you do with your music and stuff, use Logic, and all the production behind that is technology heavy, and you wouldn't get the same sound quality, and you wouldn't be able to do a lot of the things that you do without that technology. So in that case, it's enhancing your creativity. But I kind of know what you mean with being more creative because we would be out doing more. But it's like Dominique said, life is more difficult without the technology, so we would be doing more things by hand and that kind of thing where it takes longer to do it. So we would not have as much time to do other things. I think where we're running into the issue is that we have all this extra time, and instead of utilizing it to do productive things, we are doing, like Dominique said, sitting on Facebook scrolling through and that kind of useless crap. And I've heard people talk about the fact that our minds now don't really retain in the same way because it's no longer necessary. It's like, I had a history teacher in high school, and dude was super intelligent. And he could tell you so many things just off the top of his head. And, you know, nowadays, I can barely even remember characters in shows that I really enjoy. The high school teacher said, you know, he remembers all this stuff because he had to go to the library, find a certain book, look it up, write it down, blah, blah, blah. You remembered that crap so you didn't have to do it again. Nowadays, we're like, oh yeah, I don't remember, whip out my phone, blah, 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 Google, oh, I have the answer. But Dominique, I wasn't really thinking about things in the way that you said them, because I just jumped on the negative boat and went sailing away. But you're right, technology enhances us and does help us in a lot of ways. I am afraid, though, that we are just too much on the technology and making our lives too simple or too easy, because they're not necessarily simple. But I watched this documentary called Surviving Progress, where it's saying we're kind of hitting a wall, where we've progressed enough with technology, we need to move on to something else, because it's no longer helping us, it's actually hindering us. It's the same as in schools now, they're like calculator heavy right from grade 1. And kids aren't learning to do things in their head. It's as Nick said, the computer should enhance our learning, not keep us from learning, because these kids that are relying on calculators and being taught how to use calculators are not learning how to do the math, they're learning how to use the calculator. So I think that's kind of what I mean in the fact of being too reliant on it. And then there's what Charlie said about communicating with people online. I'm very upfront about the fact that it was making friends on Xbox Live that got me through high school. So in that case, yeah, technology is great because it can teach us that we may be strange to the people that live in our tiny little area, but there are other people out there that we can get along with. So in that case, yeah, it's good. But as I said, I'm just thinking that we're kind of leaning on it a bit too much, and we should start moving into different directions instead of just trucking forward with the technology and thinking that we're gonna have flying cars and everything when we don't need it. And now the reason you've really been watching this video, the new collab people. So I will say that it was really difficult to choose, and I'm not just being nice about that. We actually kind of conversed and we're like, we like all the people and why is everyone so cool and stuff, we just want everyone. But unfortunately that's not how it works. So we had to choose 2 people, and the 2 people that we chose were Molly and Cameron. So we will get a hold of you guys. I hope that everyone that didn't get chosen isn't too upset and still continues to watch and comment and, you know, include yourselves, because that is just as important as actually making the videos. The comments and stuff that we get, we love that. We like to look at it and you give us a little bit of a different insight. So I hope you guys are all well, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, thanks, bye!